Industries considered immoral or sinful have often struggled to obtain proper banking services. US-based cannabis companies have been unable to open bank accounts, while adult content platforms like Pornhub and OnlyFans have previously been banned from banking services and cut off from payment solution providers. It's something experts refer to as financial censorship.
It's quite often used by governments putting pressure on the finances of those websites or tweets or whatever in order to try and silence them. And typically this is by them putting pressure on people like MasterCard or Visa or the banks to cut the access that site has to get donations or other funding to keep it running.
So, is there a way around it, or rather, a way out of it? I'm Forecast Justin Solomon, and this is The Great Disruption. Luckily, banks and financial institutions don't just decide to censor a company out of the blue, but financial censorship can still happen. In February of 2020, thousands of truckers in Canada formed what was known as the Freedom Convoy, a 3-week-long protest over vaccine mandates for drivers crossing the border into the US. To put an end to the protest, Canadian authorities invoked a rare emergency act to freeze the assets of those involved. Canadian banks froze over $6.1 million in over 200 bank accounts. Adding to the convoy's financial censorship, crowdfunding site GoFundMe also shut down the Freedom Convoy's $9 million fundraiser, highlighting the vulnerabilities of centralized crowdfunding. A government shutting down the rights of free speech by muzzling funding, or so they thought. Having no other means of securing funds, the trucker convoy turned to decentralized crowdfunding and crypto. But how can a decentralized digital currency help? In essence, decentralized crowdfunding is a non-custodial type of crowdfunding, where no single party holds or controls the assets. So instead of a central entity, smart contracts will be holding the funds until the end of the campaign. The trucker convoy turned to Tally, a crowdfunding platform built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain, and successfully raised more than $1 million worth of Bitcoin. And while governments can block the users of centralized crypto exchanges, they can't block Bitcoin wallets, nor decentralized crowdfunding platforms. You see, one of the main advantages of decentralized crowdfunding is that there is no central entity taking custody of the funds. This eliminates the risk of financial censorship in emergency situations, meaning there's no way the platform can freeze or seize your funds, and you'll receive a digital asset with a fixed monetary policy, which governments can't simply decide to print more of. And most importantly, an asset that can be sent across the world, directly to a charity or organization to support their cause. Russia's war with Ukraine proved just how versatile blockchain technology is for fundraising in emergency situations. One of the most notable initiatives was the Ukraine DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization that raised funds for Ukraine via NFTs. The Ukraine DAO raised over $6.75 million in ETH by selling an NFT of the Ukrainian flag. Not to mention that Ukraine received more than $57 million in crypto donations. Decentralized crowdfunding comes with other benefits as well, like having to pay no fees for the fundraising platform, and donors can cheaply send money in a matter of seconds to the other side of the world, which was proven by the Ukraine DAO. Decentralized crowdfunding is still in its infancy, and much like blockchain networks, it can be difficult to use for non-techie individuals. Users of decentralized crowdfunding platforms should also be aware of scammers and charity fraud schemes. The complicated nature of decentralized crowdfunding makes it ideal for actors with malicious intent. But even with that said, it is clear the potential blockchain technology brings to fundraising, allowing people to safely secure funds without middlemen and have a real impact in the real world.